Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So it's the Wonders of Gaunt event, and I want to cover exactly what you need for the new mythic belt item, Gaunt's Own Doohickey, how much it will cost you in terms of gold and time. Ultimately, you'll then be able to decide, is it worth for you, or should you just go and buy it from the auction house? Additionally, I want to cover these mechanical altars, what their use cases are, and how they can be pretty valuable to get a lot of extra spare gold. So in order to get the new mythic belt item, you need to first craft a epic doohickey. Then you need to upgrade it to legendary, and from here you can upgrade it then to mythic. However, you need different materials throughout all of the different ranks. And as per my previous video, I recommended you set up your workshop to craft these sprockets. Every time you create one and you use 100% focus, you will get not just a wonder sprocket, but also a gadget, 5 grommets, and 2 cogs. This will total to a value of about 5.25 sprockets worth. And then in order to upgrade all of those, as you can see, you're going to need to refine them through the different ranks. You can see all of the ranks here, the different wondrous reagents. You'll upgrade it to a gadget, which you'll need 4 of those then to get 2 of the gizmos, which you'll then upgrade to the thingamabobs, and in total you'll need like 16 sprockets to get 2 thingamabobs. Once you have those, you refine them up and you get your doohickeys. So yes, it's a cost of 16 sprockets, so you'd need to craft just over 3 of them if you're using 100% focus, which we are. If we show you with Yorick here, we'll cancel that task. We have him crafting, and as long as we get 100% focus, we're getting those extra materials. Otherwise, you'll only obtain a wondrous sprocket, and that is a massive loss in value, since again, with 100% focus, you're basically getting like 5.25 sprockets versus just 1, like 5 times more value. So it is kind of a must-have. You don't have to have 100%. Sure, you can have like 90%. It's a chance. So if you have 90%, then 1 in every 10 crafts is not gonna have a focus and not gonna give you the bonus. With this guy, it spends about 53 minutes crafting them. So if we have 3 of them, we're gonna craft about 3 of them every hour. Now, another thing to be aware of is the exchange with the NPC here. It's actually a scam. Do not do this. It's going to cost you twice as many materials. I don't know why they have it listed like that. It doesn't make any sense. The only real logical sense to do so would be to save yourself a few preservation wards here and there, because upgrading these things does not actually have a 100% upgrade chance. So you can lose some here and there. And just keep in mind, my math here is using preservation wards. So by the time you then have the doohickey, you need to then upgrade that doohickey. And you'll need different materials, which you may be confused as where to get. These clockwork gadgets, clockwork gizmos, clockwork thingamabobs. And well, they come from the NPC store here to get the thingamabobs and the gizmos, but they also come from these creations of wonder packs. I went ahead and opened 100 of these, and we got the rough drop rates. I ideally need to open like 1,000 or more to get like the perfect drop rates, but I think we got them pretty close, as we end up with like this. 80% chance to get clockwork gadgets, meaning every 10 you open, you'll get like 8 of those gadgets. Then a 10% chance to get the gizmos, so every 10 you open, you'll get 1 of them. And then a 5% chance to get the clockwork thingamabobs. You'll need to open like 20 of them to get one. So with this, you will see that you'll obtain quite a lot more of those gadgets and can trade those gadgets in to get these more gizmos and thingamabobs that you might miss. Since you need these items to get an epic doohickey upgraded to legendary, you would need like 40 gadgets worth, and then getting it to mythic is like 95 gadgets worth. So in total, that would be like 135 gadgets plus the 32 sprockets for getting those 2 epic doohickeys. But if we want to then look at these packs, because you're going to want to then obtain them, to open them, to get those gadgets, they also will drop you those thingamabobs and gizmos, again at those drop rates. You'll need to open like 75 of these Creations of Wonder packs, and that will give you everything you need. But it does then mean, yes, over 1,232 sprockets are needed to get the 2 epic doohickeys plus those 75 packs. And since every craft is about 5.25 sprockets value, you can calculate the total amount of cost and time. You need to do 235 crafts then with 100% focus, which is like 3 days and a quarter of crafting. That's at like 9.19 gold per craft, because you need all of those materials. You can of course reduce that cost down to like at least a half by creating those items for yourself, which then, as you see, is going to result to just over 2,000 gold required to create this new Mythic Doohickey. So ultimately, you will need to get yourself 75 of these Creations of Wonder packs, getting yourself the gizmos, thingamabobs, and gadgets, the clockwork ones, and then just 2 doohickeys to actually upgrade them to legendary, to then merge them to get them to mythic. And that's pretty much it. So it is again a value of over 2,000 gold and over 3 days of crafting on one character. You can of course go to the auction house and just very simply purchase those different gadgets, gizmos and thingamabobs that you need. Purchase the packs, or even just purchase the belt item in the first place. Other people will do the work and you can benefit from it by not having to and spending some Astro Diamonds. And then those people who do put the effort in can earn some Astro Diamonds. This event is ultimately flipping gold for quite a decent amount of profit. But I at least hope this video shows you the gravity of how much effort and material cost is actually required to get these items. It's not that straightforward. It's not super simple. Again, as well, you need to have a profession on like level 20, so you can actually use like the cobalt tools and the forge hammer of God to have actually good high level artisans to be able to actually craft with 100% focus. Because again, if you're not crafting with 100% focus, you'll be losing like 5 times the value, only getting 1 sprocket versus everybody else who's at 100% focus getting a gadget along with cogs and grommets. And on top of that, it's a lot of effort to go through refining each of those steps. You're going to have to refine, like we said, you need 75 of those packs plus 2 epic doohickeys. You're basically going to have to create yourself 77 doohickeys in order to get this mythic one. And again, you only have 1 week with this event, and that's it. The event will come next year, so you can already prepare for it by getting your professions leveled up, by crafting these materials rather than purchasing them directly from a professions vendor, which is a good bit more expensive in most cases, and you can check that for yourself as well. So last thing I want to touch on is those mechanical altars, which are going to cost you these wondrous gizmos. When you spend a gizmo, it's going to give you a pack of 10 of those altars. You can open it and there you go. You can also just purchase them from the auction house because they're all unbound, like pretty much everything in this event, which is great. But those altars allow you to gain packs of gold. We'll put an altar down, and when we go and invoke, you'll see we'll also get these packs, these mechanics packs with that invoke. And that is a result of how many times we have invoked and then using this. What you want to do is invoke as many times as you can on that day, and then at the last invoke you put the altar down and then you invoke and you get all the previous packs, and you can do that on every single character. And this altar will not disappear if there's somebody standing in it. So you can have another player stand in it, you can switch character, and you can use the same altar multiple times. Otherwise, yeah, it can be quite a bit of a cost, but you get these packs, and each pack would guaranteed give you 1 gold. And that can be some huge value when you calculate across lots of characters. Each pack does have a chance to give up to even 100 gold, but it's very slim. And otherwise, it can be worth it especially because you should be able to use these altars throughout the entire year, gaining the gold just through invoking like that. It's just whether it's up to you. Do you want to farm those reagents, those gizmos, because you will be creating a gizmo by refining first a sprocket, then a gadget, and then you get the gizmo, which is then quite valuable because you're just a few steps away from a doohickey. But hopefully this clears some things up, exactly how to get the new Mythic Doohickey, along with the total time and cost that might require you. And yes, be aware, you need to have 100% focus when crafting those sprockets, or you are just losing an absolute ton of value. And totally ignore the exchange that this NPC has. It's just a scam. Just use some preservation wards. You'll get plenty of preservation wards just by opening these creations of wonder packs to easily compensate you for any that you spend. And if you're doing the summer festival and have piñatas, you should get pres wards there too that are all bound that you can't sell anyway. So once again, thanks for watching. A special thank you to all these channel members, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.